Haunted Mansion, a Halloween horror story with a relaxing ambient. It was a dark and stormy Halloween night, and the small town of Millfield was enveloped in an eerie fog that seemed to cling to everything in its path. As the wind howled through the streets, the few brave souls who ventured out into the night were met with an unsettling feeling of unease. At the edge of town, nestled among the trees, stood an old mansion that had long been abandoned. Legend had it that the mansion was once home to a wealthy family who had fallen on hard times and eventually met a grisly end. Despite the rumors of hauntings and ghostly apparitions, a group of adventurous friends had decided to explore the mansion on this fateful night. As they approached the mansion, the group could feel the weight of the fog pressing down on them. The air was thick with the smell of decay, and the mansion loomed before them like a giant shadow in the darkness. Undeterred, they pushed open the creaky front door and stepped inside. The entryway was grand, with a sweeping staircase leading up to the upper floors. As they made their way further into the mansion, they could hear strange whispers and moans echoing through the halls. As they explored the various rooms, they noticed that each one seemed to have its own eerie energy. Some rooms were icy cold, while others were oppressively hot. In one room, they found an old rocking chair that seemed to move on its own, its creaking filling the room with a haunting melody. As the group made their way to the upper floors, the feeling of dread became more palpable. The air was thick with the scent of death, and the whispers grew louder and more menacing. Suddenly, one of the friends let out a blood-curdling scream and fell to the ground. Clutching his chest, the others rushed to his side, but it was too late. His body was lifeless, his eyes frozen open in terror. Panicked, the remaining friends tried to flee the mansion, but the doors and windows had all been locked from the outside. Trapped and alone, they huddled together in the darkness, listening to the whispers and moans that seemed to be closing in on them. As the hours ticked by, the friends began to experience terrifying visions and hallucinations. They saw the ghostly apparitions of the mansion's former inhabitants, each one more gruesome and terrifying than the last. Some of the friends began to lose their grip on reality, babbling incoherently or screaming in terror. As dawn finally broke and the fog lifted, a group of police officers arrived at the mansion, responding to reports of screams and strange noises. When they entered the mansion, they found the bodies of the friends, each one dead from fright or exhaustion. In the years that followed, the mansion remained abandoned, a dark and ominous presence on the edge of town. Some said that the spirits of the mansion's former inhabitants still haunted its halls, preying on any who dared to venture inside. Others claimed that the mansion was cursed, its very presence a blight on the town. But one thing was certain: on every Halloween night, the mansion seemed to come alive with an evil energy, its ghostly whispers and moans echoing through the streets of Millfield, a chilling reminder of the horror that had once taken place within its walls.